right, it is Tony Grice from Epic Battlecry, and with Brent Adams on the old camera action there. Brent, the hedge whacker Adams.
The whacker something.
The whacker of something.
Listen, nobody cares about me, Tony. Nobody cares about you. They care about this.
So I got to do this quickly because this is a wooden table, and I'm not sure it's going to continue to hold the weight of the Xbox One.
Which is substantial.
I carried it on my lap on the way back from Best Buy.
Which is why you're limping.
And literally, I'm like sitting there like, oh God, this guy crushed my legs.
Before we do this, like, I want to, like, I haven't actually.
Yeah, pick it up. Pick it up.
Holy shit! That's gonna weigh like 20 pounds.
This is the thing. Like, I really wanted to see people try to rob him to be like, oh yeah,
oh my god,
oh jeez, I can't get it up.
It's like trying to steal Mjolnir.
Exactly. But anyway, so we got. I thought real quick, we got the Xbox One. This is the Day One edition, which was kind of a little one of those things is kind of maybe a little silly, but hey, if you're gonna get one on launch day.
Why not get the Day One system?
Exactly. There's not a lot extra you get with it. I think you get a little logo on the controller and some other stuff. We'll actually see. But we did get a little bit of a schwag bag. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember real quick. We had on. Well, actually, I don't have it over here anymore. We had the little schwag bag we had for the PS4.
Right.
Which was kind of neat. And it was a bag and a little water bottle. But from what I hear, there's a little bit more in this. So we got a little Xbox One bag there. A little Xbox One hoodie there.
Now all the Best Buy cats were wearing these, and they all look like fucking Link.
They all look like Link because they were carrying something else that's in this bag. I'll show you here in a second. They were wearing this
T-shirt
introducing Xbox One, which I think all the people there already knew that because they were there to get it. So,
so that's pointless. Probably
didn't really need that. Then we've got here. Oh, what else? Oh, there's a couple things in here. So this is apparently a Dead Rising wrench, a little blow-up wrench that little kids can beat each other over the head for, because I'm sure little kids are going to be buying Dead Rising 3 tonight.
That's right, kids. Your Xbox One came with a blow-up toy.
Not one, but two blow-up toys.
Oh, snap!
Get a little Rise, Son of Rome, little blow-up.
It's a little inflatable orgy going on here. Shut it down, boys!
That's pretty cool. We got a Rise Son of Rome Midnight Madness pin plus a little shield pin. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Which actually, so that was in there, and I had a friend of mine that works over there at Best Buy.
You're not close up to that. I don't think I quite focused. There we go. Now you can see it. All right. Now what you got?
Which we'll talk about that here in a second. So I got another one for Forza, which is kind of cool. I'm actually pretty excited about that because. Unfortunately, tonight, unless there's a demo of it, which if there is a demo, we will be playing it tonight. But yeah. I pre-ordered the limited edition of Forza 5, which I will not be getting until tomorrow. Unfortunately, got it through Amazon. So little disappointed I won't get to play it tonight. But hey, there'll be plenty to do tonight. So let's see.
Promise.
My God,
there's still more.
So oh hell yeah, a little Forza 5 thing there. Oh, actually, I got an extra one of those, so that's cool.
So you stole one, is what you're saying?
Well, I guess so. And actually, this is kind of pimp. Actually, I might put this.
You're right. It's the exact same thing.
It is the exact same thing. And that's actually kind of cool.
Is that a keychain?
Yeah, look at that there.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of legit.
Does it like beep or light up?
It doesn't actually. It doesn't look like. Yeah, it's just. But in all honesty, though, that's kind of neat.
It should beep boop or something. That's pretty damn cool, actually. I got to be honest.
Like that would be. That's totally cool. Like if I had like a lock on my entertainment center, which I used to, have that just to have something to have your keys on.
That'd be perfect. Cool.
Pretty neat.
Not too shabby.
It's even got the little two-tone of the controller. I bet the D-pad's better than the 360 D-pad. But anyway,
even in a non-functional state, it still manages to eclipse the.
But I mean, honestly, look at that. That's pretty cool.
That's a good haul. That's a nice bit of stuff.
I give Sony credit. I thought that was kind of neat. I didn't expect that little thing we got last time, but
that's better.
That's much better. Yeah. All right, so to the most important piece here. We've got the Xbox One Day One edition. I will say it's kind of neat. They had they had two of them. They had the Day One, and then they had the standard Xbox One, which is to me the exact same type of box. It had kind of the two-tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the two-tone sort of. Yeah, but it was green. And I will say it actually looks really sharp. Yep. I was kind of telling Brent something I thought was kind of interesting. Like,
do you mean Brent Depew or Brent me?
You, Brent.
Just checking.
Evil Brent. And you might meet good Brent at some point tonight because we are going to hopefully get on and play some COD a little later.
Sweet.
But I was just saying how, I don't know what it is, I just think this looks monolithic. Like, I love that it's just real clean design.
Yeah, real simple.
Real simple. There's something about, like, I think, especially for a launch console, I just think that's cool. Like, I still got, like, my PS2, that blue box, that, like, blue monolith box.
Yep.
The PS3 even had kind of that cool, it was just a white and black with just the one graphic of the system on it, and that was pretty much it.
Yep.
360, white box with the, kind of centrifugal, or the green and yellow circles on it. Just a cool look to it, but I like...
That we're soon going to herald the end of your gaming career.
Exactly. And, but anyway, I like the look of this, but I think it's time to... I can't do this as easy. Schnicked.
Yep.
But
it helps to have something spring-loaded.
It is.
That's what she said.
So I'm going to open her up here.
All right, she has been breached.
I have just popped her cherry there.
The airlock
I think we will
has
see.
been breached.
I'm going to turn it around this way so that you can see.
Sounds good.
As we open it up here.
Go for it. Nice presentation.
Yes.
All right, so there's the camera, I'm assuming.
That's the Kinect, it looks like. They're like, yeah, you're gonna use that, whether you like it or not.
Does that have a heat sink on it? Is that what I'm seeing there?
Man, that is beefy. We will see. All right, so a little Xbox One logo there.
Very reminiscent of Xbox 360 packaging.
Yeah, very reminiscent. Actually, and I will say, very well packed. I mean, it's the one thing you say, they cram a lot in here.
As you say, you'll never get all this stuff back in the box.
You will never get it back in the box the same way. Quick setup guide. Cool little Xbox One sticker there. Little QR code for something there. Get equipped, buy more accessories. Safety guide. that's indeed.
Yeah, this is the one console we've unboxed recently where we could do the gag about the table not being approved for use, but this time it might fucking be true.
It really might be. It really might be. So we've got that stuff there.
Yeah. All right. What else?
We've got
headset.
Like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That actually feels pretty substantial. Let's see here. Like that actually feels a little more substantial than previous earpieces.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a, let's see. Yeah, oh, that's just cool. Kind of rotates around the outside of the earpiece there.
Yeah.
So still a mono headset, not stereo, but the logo on the side there.
Let me see if I can get that. What to turn that to catch? There we go. Catch the light. Of course, now I got to tap on it to.
And it's kind of neat too. If you can see, it moves along the.
Right, so you can kind of adjust it for your.
Yeah, but instead of being like I like the look of that. I mean, that's kind of a.
Yeah, it does. It looks real nice.
It looks sharp. So. We'll try that on. Hopefully,
does it have any kind of like inline, like mute switch or anything like that?
Yeah, it's down in the bottom. In the this looks pretty much like the one that came with the 360 in terms of the. Come on here.
Got it now.
Yeah. So you plug it in there, and so you got the mute, volume up, volume down.
Now I got to say that I like that. I like the idea of those controls being. Like down near the controller,
they got a nice feel to them. Click those.
Like where your hand, where your hands already are.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They feel real solid. I have to say that I like that as opposed to like the inline switch that was on the 360.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I don't know if you remember the original 360s kind of had something much more similar to this. Had like a volume control, but it was a dial and stuff.
Right.
I like these. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but for something this simple, this feels quality.
It does.
I will say. Now, I mean, I'd say the headphone quality is not going to be as good as a higher end product, but hey, it's
a freebie.
It's essentially a freebie.
Yeah, I think that was I've complained many times about the headset on the 360, and I guess that people either have to assume or need to understand that I am talking about the one that I got with my 360 Elite.
Yeah, like
which
the black one, the one that came out kind of later.
Yeah, it was much cheaper. It was much less.
I used like we talked about before. I still have a Launch 360, still works to this day. I finally replaced it, not because it was dying, just because it was loud, to be honest with you. And I anyway, but I still used up until it finally crapped out maybe a year ago the original earpiece for it, because frankly, like to my buddies, it sounded great. Like I could hear them clearly, they could hear me clearly. I don't like the 5.1 headset. So.
It automatically canceled out the voice of Daniel Kaiser. I mean,
if only I would have paid to have it repaired. All right, so we got
looks like some power cable here.
Yeah, that's the main power cable.
Is that the power brick?
Yes.
So the system weighs 20 pounds. It's the size of a dishwasher, and still.
Yep.
Man.
So it's again, I like at least it got like the kind of the reflective or sort of a glossy
and
the
glossy
matte
and the matte motif repeated throughout.
Looks very similar to the. Although I think this is about a 250 watt.
That's interesting.
Power supply.
That must be the controller.
Yeah, this is the controller.
Oh, so we're about to find out. We're about to find out about the D-pad.
Yeah, I've been reading good things about the D-pad.
That's good to hear.
We'll have to see for sure, yeah. Alrighty.
There it is.
And that's kind of cool. It's got the Day 1 2013 on it.
Gotta like that.
Got the sort of ribbings on the outside edges. I don't know if that comes through in the camera.
Yeah, let me get in close here and we'll zoom in on it.
I gotta be honest.
Hold it still.
I like the weight of it.
It looks nice. Yeah. Okay, so we can see that now.
I like
the heft, the weight.
And now it's not got batteries in it yet. Actually, I feel the batteries are in here. And actually, something we did talk about. It does use AA batteries. Now you can get the play and charge kit, which I opted not to get, at least not right now, because to be brutally honest with you, the one thing I loved about my 360, I would put a pair of AA's in there. They lasted forever.
Yeah.
And I have a little box of AA's that I bought I buy like one box a year and just replace those every so often. Works phenomenally.
I switched to some 2500 milliamp Energizer rechargeables.
Yeah,
work great.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna try to use that for a while, but I may eventually get it. One thing I did, I commented. I don't think we did it on the podcast or anything, but they're actually using the same charger.
Oh yeah. They're using micro USB.
Micro USB, same as the PS4, which I actually think is honestly it's a cool thing. I mean that I've got both systems over there. If perchance, for some reason, I lose the cable for one, I can use the other. So it's kind of a nice thing.
That's great.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the feel of it.
How the sticks feel.
I gotta be honest. Let me grab my PS4 controller. They feel a little looser, which is actually a little surprising.
That's strange.
Yeah. Make sure I'm not just crazy here.
Okay.
So, yeah, like those have just a little more tension in them. These are actually a little looser. That's actually very interesting to me because
surprising.
That was one thing. Like the old 360 was a little
really,
tighter,
really stiff,
and the old PS3s were way
very
too loose.
Yes,
and it's almost like both of them have sort of gone closer, but sort of overlapped each other.
That's interesting.
I do like it. It feels good. I will say, I think just right off the bat, I do kind of like the tension on the PS4 a little better, but we'll have to play it a little more. I do like these little ribbings on the outside. I will say, just already I can tell. Because I like to roll sort of things, a lot of times.
Oh yeah, I've heard that you like to roll. Yeah.
Ooh, D-pad, nice and clicky.
May I?
Yeah, I will say.
That does feel nice.
Very nice. Not a lot of throw. I almost wish there was maybe just a tiny bit more movement between the
huge
top and bottom.
Improvement over the 360.
Oh my god,
huge improvement.
My dog's bed over there is a huge improvement over the D-pad on the.
You're not lying.
But
that does feel good.
I like that, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you have the opportunity to A/B compare the DualShock 3 D-pad to the Xbox One D-pad, or the DualShock 4 D-pad to the Xbox One, you'll see exactly what Tony's talking about. There's just a little bit more throw to the buttons, and it does make a difference. Speaking of buttons, how do the face buttons feel?
These are actually very mushy. I don't know that I like them, but to be honest with you, I kind of hate the buttons on PS4. I like their position. I don't like that sometimes I feel like they're hard to reach.
Are we talking about
the share and the option buttons?
Share and the option buttons.
And these, kind of have like the back and the menu button style or whatever.
Right.
They're a little mushy, not bad. I mean, but not especially good. The regular buttons are very good feel to them.
Yeah.
I actually almost think I like. It's a toss-up. I actually kind of think these feel a slight bit more. Like the travel on these is just a little shorter. So I don't know which one I'd say I like better, but they're both very good.
Okay.
Triggers. A lot of people kind of talked about this. They sort of have this. They're longer now. The LNRs, and they still have a good click to them. And then of course what are they calling these? The rumble triggers or something like what? They're calling something new.
These are like the they've got like the haptic feedback kind of thing.
Yeah, good feel to them. Very good feel to them. You know, try that. Just kind of get a feel for it real quick. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, you're right. These feel. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean
again, it's not as loose as the PlayStation 3,
but it's almost like they kind of went in each other's direction though, much more drastically.
I agree with you that texture around the outer edge feels good. And that, that's one thing that we didn't really talk about, with the DualShock 4. But the DualShock 4 has got a distinct texture to it,
and it's the texture's over the whole thing. So in the center, on the outside, which it works. And this is just on the outside.
This is just on the outside, but it feels really good. And the other thing is, there's like a really well defined edge. I don't know how well it's coming across, but there's a really well defined edge, like on the inside. So when you put your thumb in there, it just feels.
It kind of catches it. Right.
It catches it exactly right. Like you feel like you've really got a lot of control over it.
Yeah.
So that feels good. Same kind of thing with the buttons as the D-pad. Like the travel is a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Triggers feel really smooth. I would say they have about the same amount of travel as the 360 triggers do.
I feel like they're smoother though. The 360 to me feels cheap. Like that feels better. That feels more substantial. Not like thicker, not harder to pull.
No.
But like smoother somehow. Like it feels like it has a little better travel to it.
It's got really nice tension, really good travel. The bumpers feel good.
Yeah, bumpers didn't seem anything special, but they work pretty well. Good feel though, I think. I actually like the controller pretty well.
It feels good in the hand. The shape is good. So I can't say. I mean, just based on what I'm feeling right now, I haven't played a game with it.
Yeah.
But just based on how it feels, I think that's a really, really great upgrade to the 360 controller.
And I will say, I think will be a good controller for PC games at some point.
There's the battery compartment.
Yeah.
Which is, I like the fact that that's all smooth on the back side now. You don't have the chamber running through the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it was ever uncomfortable.
No. But still,
it's just it looks better. It feels great in the hands.
And like that right now is just a teensy bit too light. But I think once the batteries are in it, it'll have just enough weight that I think it'll be. And I think it will be a little less weighty than the PS4.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so
cool.
Move on to our next.
Absolutely.
Next section, we got, let's see here. Got the HDMI cable. It's high speed.
What? Dude! Score!
Pretty substantial cable, though. Feels pretty good in the hand again. All right, let's figure out this origami here. My God.
That looks like a connection cable.
Yep.
Which I suppose they also spell with a K.
Oh, my shit. Feel how heavy that is.
Oh my God! It's like a pound.
That weighs more. I think it weighs more than the power brick. All right. So, but I'm sure there's some good hardware in here, so I can't really.
That's right. Heavier means quality.
Heavier means quality. I should know. I actually got to be honest. I like the way this one looks more professional than the old Kinect. To me, the old Kinect looked gimmicky. It looks sort of chintzy. This to me looks like I will probably put this below my TV and have it as my main thing, and then the Sony camera, which I don't use quite as often, will probably go up top, or maybe even kind of move it when needed, sort of thing.
Right.
But it's got a it's actually got a mount for and got the connector cable.
That looks like a pretty long cable.
It's sort of labeled with a picture that connects. You sort of know what it is. I mean, little touches like that, I think, are just nice. I mean, I think that one thing I've always thought Microsoft actually did a pretty good job of is, considering they're not necessarily known as primarily a hardware company.
Right.
They do hardware pretty well. Like, not reliable.
Just not heat sinks.
But anyway, so that's the first half of the box there. Let's see.
Other than heat dissipation, they got it.
They got everything else down like a champ.
All right.
So, we ready?
I am. It's a
bunch of stuff. It's a bag.
It's a box bag.
Box bag.
All right.
So
I like the fact that all the packing is black. Like that's really. I mean,
it is classy. Yeah.
You know, these things matter to me. All right. You need some help with that?
Yeah. It's kind of wedged in there good.
Holy fucking Christ!
There we go. All right.
So we got it out. That's. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to.
Please don't.
All right.
All
well,
right.
I got to say that, like, in your hands, it's not as big as it looked like on stage. It's fucking heavy, but it's not as big as I thought it was.
It's even not. Like, you can just kind of hold this for a second. It's not even as heavy as... I mean, because let's be honest with you, a lot of the weight we were feeling was this.
Was that fucking camera.
Anyway.
All right, so it's coming out of the bag. What's in the bag, Tony?
What's in the box? 7 never gets old.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Hey, you can say that shit to my face. I'm right here. You're not ready. Hold on. This ain't even my desk.
This ain't even my desk. All right.
There it goes. There it goes. All right.
All right, so
Xbox One in the house.
looks fairly sharp.
Yeah.
Looks I will say, a lot of vents on the top there, so you probably can't sit anything on there.
Yeah, those look functional too. Like you can see
you
like
see the fan,
you can see the outline of that big fan right there.
Side there, here I think's where the connect. Yeah, so you got the connection over there.
And again, you can see you can
The
see
sync button is here to sync up, like when you sync a new controller and things like that.
What's this here? Is this eject or is
no? It's the sync button.
Oh, that is the sync. I thought that orange buried thing was the sync button.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, we got some more ports on the back than the PlayStation 4 had. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is true. We got LAN, infrared out, so going to like a cable box or something like that. Looks like that's the Connect in port. Super speed, so these are USB 3.0 ports here.
HDMI
in, HDMI out, optical out, Toslink out, and power.
And then is that a lock? Is that a lock port right there? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To lock it down if you have like
which is funny, as if you'd need a lock other than gravity.
Actually, I'm very sorry. I thought that was the Connect. That's actually just an extra USB 3.0. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, that's actually kind of handy right up closer to the front of the system.
Yeah, especially if like you were going to plug in like a thumb drive or like any kind of storage device, that'd be a very handy spot to do it.
So we got the system with our nice controller and the Connect here, and you got our headset. And I tell you, that's you get a decent amount of kit for your money. I think both of us, we talked a little bit about that. I think both of us got the PlayStation Eye.
Yeah, we did.
So you kind of, a lot of people will talk about whether the cost thing, the PS4 being cheaper. I mean, if you end up buying the Eye, it's not.
Yeah,
doesn't end up being a
$460.
It doesn't end up being a whole lot cheaper. Although I will say that I think the PlayStation Eye it's not as critical. Like if you don't get it, I don't think you're going to be missing a whole lot. At least not yet. The one feature I think both of us got is because we want to do Twitch streaming.
That's exactly. I mean, that's why I got mine. I wanted to be able to do that picture-in-picture streaming on Twitch.
And as we found out, insanely easy. I mean, literally,
fantastic.
Worked immediately. We know streaming isn't going to work here yet.
In seriousness, though, I mean, the Twitch streaming on this is also very easy.
It just doesn't
work. It's exceptionally easy to make Twitch not work on
One thing I have to give Microsoft credit for, they have one of the big features here is you can feed video sources through here. A lot of people show online, people have fed their PlayStation 4 through the input on the Xbox, and I wish the PlayStation had that feature, because then we could stream the Xbox One through Twitch tonight.
If only.
So that is a great feature that I wish the PS4 had right now, because then we could...
Why can't Sony and Microsoft get together on this issue, put aside their differences, reach across the aisle?
But anyway, so we will probably break here for just a second. I'm going to get everything hooked up. I got a little space. Here's my entertainment center.
Yeah, let's look at that, because that's sharp looking, man.
Yeah, man. I got my Pioneer Kuro, which I'm very proud of. It's my baby. It's my little plasma TV there. Got the PS4 sitting over there. I got a little space over here for the Xbox One. I'm going to get it hooked up here. And
that's going to look great. That's going to look really awesome when you get all that put together.
Yeah. Normally, honestly, I have my consoles over in this cabinet over here, so eventually it'll probably be over there. But for the time being, we'll get it set up, and we will be back in a few minutes. Peace!